What's up, guys? It's Jeremy from Undertow Outdoors, and tonight I'm going to show you how to take an arrow with messed up blazer vanes and turn it into this. Pretty much a brand new arrow. So let's get to it. So first thing, I know they make a tool for this, some kind of like little zip thing, I don't know, it's like a curved blade. I'm sure it works good, but I just happen to have this razor knife laying around, and I've gotten pretty good at cutting these veins off. There's one. But you don't want to go too deep and take the coating, or even worse, take a bunch of carbon fiber off. You just want to kind of find the right angle and just skim it across the top, just enough to take the old vein off. This works with feathers. Normally feathers pop a little bit easier than the plastic veins, but this is what you're left with. Now, what I do is I like kind of plant my finger against the arrow and bring the blade down carefully, using my finger as kind of a guide, and I just kind of scrape. And scrape the excess plastic, glue, all that stuff right off of there. Just like this. Now, after scraping, you can see there's probably still just some glue residue on there. There's no plastic left. Then what I'll do is I'll come in with some triple-aught or quadruple-aught steel wool. This happens to be triple-aught steel wool. I mean, you don't want to go too fine with it because you want to be able to rub this and remove more of the excess glue and just kind of smooth things out. And it also roughs up the carbon a little teeny bit, because like I said, there is a coating on this carbon. You can see that, I mean, these arrows are shiny. So it kind of roughs up that coating a little bit, as well as removing that glue like I mentioned. Okay, you can see it's looking pretty clean now. Pretty clean. Now, this is basically just a sticker, or decal. Helps to have kind of long fingernails for this. I haven't trimmed my fingernails in weeks, I'm ashamed to say, so I can get right under here relatively easy. You want to be kind of careful that you don't mess up the adhesive on the back. You can just peel that away, just like any sticker that you might find. Now, I want this logo facing up towards the nock, so I'm going to lay it straight down, just like that. Now this is, you want to be a little careful with this. I tend to be kind of a perfectionist, so I lay the arrow down on the table right in front of, let me see if I can get a closer look at this. I lay it down right in front of the arrow wrap. And I'll get it right to the very end of the carbon shaft, right where the carbon and the nock meet. Get everything squared and lined up, and then I press down and start to roll the arrow forward towards the sticker. You can see it start to pick it up. Now, you don't want to just keep going once you get to this point. There's some little ripples where the carbon initially picked up the wrap. I want to just kind of smooth that out. Sorry about the noise in the background. That is my furnace kicking on, because I am in my basement. So now this whole edge is smoothed out. Place your fingers down. I usually like to do 3 fingers like this. Continue to roll forward. Looks pretty good. Well, you can see, let me zoom back out. I don't know if you can see, there's some ripples where it's not all the way caught down or stuck down. Just kind of roll these ripples out. Get that stuck down nice and good. Okay, so once you get your arrow wrap on, yeah, it's time to move on to the next step. Go over here to the fletching jig. Place the arrow in the jig. Take this, put it in here. The position that I like these to be in is right at the very end. You can say I have some other marks on here. This is from indexing from fletching my recurve arrows. But with these, I like it right to the back. Put it on there. And I have to get this lined up so that the veins don't cover that up. So I'll take it, push down on the arrow right here, and twist the arrow until I have it lined up where I need it. What I like to use for glue is Loctite gel super glue. It works really, really good, and because it's the gel kind of super glue, it doesn't dry instantly. It gives you some time to apply it to the vein, get everything lined up in the jig, and once this comes in contact with that arrow wrap, then it starts to set up quick. But when I lay the bead down, it doesn't dry immediately like normal super glue, and it has these little depression squeezy things on here. It makes it real easy to get it out. So you just want to start to squeeze it until you see it come out. It's coming, there we go. And just run a nice bead. These blazer veins have a nice V-notch type channel that holds that glue really, really well in there. Now, come over here. There's a magnet here. Actually, that's probably just a piece of steel. Definitely a magnet right here. You want to come up really carefully. It's sort of a strong magnet. Slowly make sure everything is in place, and then drop the clamp down. Reason why I like using this super glue, what was that, 10 seconds since I clamped it initially? Take that right off, and it's not going anywhere. Unlike normal fletching adhesive, you have to let it sit on there for a couple of minutes until it sets up enough. Same thing. Make sure the arrow is seated in the fletching jig. There we go. It's actually a touch high. Jockey it down a little bit. Perfect. Hold it, and we're good. Excess. Okay. once again, make sure everything is lined up good. Yep. Oh, that slid on me. Not a big deal. That's why I usually end up pinching the arrow right up here and driving it down into the jig while simultaneously pushing down on the clamp. I just pushed down on the clamp and the arrow slipped out a little bit on me. Not a big deal though. Yep, a little bit of excess glue where it slid. Wipe that off. Wipe that off. Just gotta make sure you don't get any on your fingers and stick your fingers to something, because this stuff does dry quick. Not super quick, but quick enough. See? Oh, that's really stuck. There we go. Yeah. Probably give that like 5 minutes to cure and I can shoot that. Okay. Good deal. Hope you like that video. I'll have to edit it down and see how long it is. I'm trying not to make too long of videos and ramble too much. But alright guys, if you have any requests and videos you'd like to see, it's getting into winter time now, so I'm going to be stuck indoors more doing different things, different projects, that kind of stuff. Probably going to do some ice fishing, do some archery tournaments, some indoor archery tournaments. I'm looking forward to that. So, alright. Have a good night, guys. Take care.